Good morning, scrappy friends. I'm back to share some cards that I've been able to make now that I'm on spring break. Woohoo! And I'm enjoying some, well, what I consider to be well-deserved free time. So of course all I want to do is spend time here in my craft room, and that's what I've been doing. So I have some masculine cards, which are always a challenge for me to make, but you know, you have to make them. We have wonderful men in our lives, and the card you're looking at is actually the card that I made for my husband's birthday late last month, and I'm sure he won't be happy that I'm showing you his age. But I was really excited because I was able to use the Crate Paper Toy Box collection, and in that collection comes this awesome paper that you see back here with all these little toys. And this is also a punch out from, you know, the cardstock punch outs. So all I did was I took that little car and I cut him out, and you know, it ends up having those little nubby things on it. So I just went around it with some vintage photo, I think. Yeah, and I also did that around all the edges of the paper. I matted it on some olive colored paper that I also used to die cut this piece here, and this is from an MFT die here. It's, I think it comes with the polka dot greeting stamp set. And then I felt like that was too small, so I wanted to put it on something that was bigger, but I also didn't want to cover up the paper that I chose, so I used vellum. And I used my, this is one of the spell binders. I don't know if you can see. I also edged this one with vintage photo or walnut stain. I'm not sure which one it was. And the numbers, I don't know if you guys can see there. I used the MFT die. What's this one called? Mix and Match Banners is what this one's called. And this paper is from the collection. This is from the 6x6 paper, and this is the 12x12 paper pad. And I used my awesome sewing machine to stitch all the way around it. And these are American Crafts thickers. They're foam. So then on the inside, I covered up the message because I already gave it to him, but I didn't have a chance to share it with you guys. I used my Paper Smooches stamps, and I combined two different stamp sets from, oh, and I used my Edge Punch, what is it called? Upper Crest. I think it's by Fiskars. So that's the first card that I made, and this is it's a big card. It measures 5 by 6.5, and it's on, sorry, it's on black. So that's why on the inside, gosh, I'm a mess. On the inside, I put some of that olive colored paper, and then I was able to write on that. So the next card is this one, and I made it for, it's funny, I think it's masculine. My husband didn't think it was masculine enough. This is using the Basic Gray Life of the Party collection, and I made it for his grandfather, and he felt it was too feminine. And I think what did it was the little doily here. That's also an MFT die. But I layered the papers. It's really layered quite heavily because it's on cream colored cardstock, and then I have the brown, and then this yellow wood grain, and then brown again, and the presents, and then this polka dot on brown, and then I used my scallop punch, and I punched these two layers out, and this here, everything's edged with vintage photo, I think. And then this I stamped that Celebrate with navy blue. It's actually the Spice Tin Jenny Bolin ink, and this is half of the EK Success punch. I just tucked it under this orange twill ribbon that I had. And this little cake here with the candle came from these little packets, these KI puffies that I got, you know, at Tuesday morning or whatever when they were blowout prices. So then on the inside, I just put more navy blue paper, the yellow wood grain, and the scalloped of that polka dot. So anyway, I made it for my husband's grandfather. He thought it was too kiddish, so I kept it. Great, I have an extra card. I personally liked it. I mean, it's not that he didn't like it. I guess I should rephrase that. It's not that he didn't like it. It's that he felt it was not masculine enough. Okay, so here is another one, and this one I completely scrap lifted. So let me look up, grab my paper to see where I wrote down who I stole it from. Okay, so this idea came from Jocelyn Olson. Her blog is Red Balloon Cards. And I don't have Copics. And I'm not about to jump on that slippery slope because it's an addiction that I can't afford. So what I did was I used Crayola markers to color the little pieces. Let me bring him in closer. His visor, I colored him navy blue, and then the bottom of his moon boots, and here the edge is in gray. And then I used my clear, what's that pen called? It's a clear type of glittery pen by Sakura to outline just the edges, like right there on his little earphones and up there, his neck, and down here. So anyway, the paper, these three I punched out, these three circles, they are from October Afternoon's collection. What's it called? Rocket Age, yeah. And then I don't have, you know, Mr. Huey's or Studio Calico. So in order to splatter this in the background to make it look kind of like stars, I used what I have, which is this iridescent medium. And it's pretty thick. It's very milky. And you see all the glitter down here at the bottom. So I just shook it up, used a paintbrush, and splattered it on there. So it was pretty fun. And then this is from the stamp set. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys. That's from the Technique Tuesday stamp set called Out of This World. This paper is also from October Afternoon. And on the inside, I just put some craft cardstock to match the craft here. So I thought that was pretty cute. I mean, it doesn't have to be a birthday type theme card. It could be for my husband, right? Because I do think he's out of this world. So that was one. Thank you so much, Jocelyn, for posting that. And then using the same stamp set, I made this one. And this one I got off of, I also scrap lifted from the Technique Tuesday website. And I'm really, I'm so embarrassed. Again, I don't have Copic, so I had to use regular markers to color that in. And so it looks kind of crapola-ish, but it's okay because I think this is going to be for a kid, for a little kid. And, you know, kids don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. So what I did was I used a dark navy blue card base, and then I stamped in white those little stars that come, they're here and here. I stamped those in white, and then I stamped these guys on white as well, and then just, you know, cut them out after I had colored them. And then this I stamped on white also, and then colored in the letters and the little stars. Sorry, I'm letting it focus. And then I wrapped it around a toothpick and I stuck that in there. This paper, this piece right here for the moon, I glimmer misted it with pearl. Let me see if you can see. With pearl glimmer mist, probably not. And it's from the Basic Gray Basics collection. So I thought it was pretty cool, right? Those circles. So let me see. Then just cut out a piece of more of the October Afternoon paper and then put some white on there. And then I put some white here because when I poked it there, I poked it all the way through, so I had to put it on dimensionals, blah, blah, blah. So I thought that came out kind of cute. My husband liked it. Let me see what else. Okay, the final one I think is really cute also. This one, I scrap lifted the idea of using this fishing line from Joe Boogie, who's also on YouTube. I think it's her YouTube channel is J Boogie. I'm not sure. I'll put her information down below. So this is for my brother-in-law who loves to fish. And again, it looks really kiddish, but I don't care. He is a grown man. He better like it, and he better act like he loves it too when he gets it. So this paper, this pattern paper, is from Echo Park, sorry, the Splash Collection. And then I used my Cricut, and I cut these two little fish out, and you know, with the layers. This is some rickrack that I got from Joann's. It's the Joann's brand. What is it? Craft Essentials. And I just used some baker's twine, and I didn't have anything metal, so what I ended up using was, I have here on my desk I had these flowers left over from a previous project, and so I took this part from here and I just cut some of it off, and then I twirled it to make it look like a little hook. Sorry. To make it look like a little hook, and I used glossy accents to glue this thing down here. And when I cut these out, it left a little hole there for their eyes, but it just looked weird to me, so I dug into my stash and I had these little googly eyes, and I added that to them. So then on the inside, I just put a strip here. Did I show you the inside? Yeah, I showed you the inside of the other ones. So this is for my brother-in-law's birthday later. Oh, and you know what? It doesn't have a sentiment, but I'm either going to print it out on vellum, or I'm going to stamp it, and I'm just going to write here, have a fantastic birthday. Instead of fantastic, F-I-N. Get it? Fin? Fish, fin. Anyway, you guys get me. So that's it for my masculine cards. I hope that you all enjoyed it, and my next video will be feminine cards, you know, the stuff that comes much more easier for me to make. Anyway, have a great one. I will talk to you all soon. Bye.